Welcome to MycoWorks Talks. I'm your host, Xavier Gallego, VP of Brand and Marketing, and I'm delighted to take you with me on our journey to grow the future of materials. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk with Antoine Roset, CEO of Roset SAS. We will talk about the Ligne Roset furniture company legacy. We'll discuss how design and craftsmanship can have an impact on sustainability. And we'll discover the big return to the Salone de Mobile this spring. So stay tuned. Let's get started. Hello, Antoine. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm amazing. I'm excited to connect with you after all the announcement that we did last year with you and Ligne Roset. I'm just wondering if you could share a little bit about like your design philosophy to warm up, all the legacy that you've been creating with craftsmanship and in Ligne Roset. Like, I would love to hear more from your company.
Okay, so I will try to make it short. We have been created in 1860. Olivier, my cousin, and I represent the fifth generation. Today we are owning the company, and with my uncle and my father are still there on board. What is Ligne Roset? Ligne Roset is above all is a manufacturer. We are a French manufacturer, so we are probably one and the only one on the high end parts, and we have been doing it forever. Manufacturer, we are also an editor and distributor. Nice. And so the three to combine together make us kind of unique. We said that our motto is to make beautiful, contemporary, durable piece of design that can fit almost every room except the bathroom and the kitchen. That's kind of the motto of the company, within a very eclectic style.
Yeah, I was when I heard that we were partnering with you all, I was really excited because you have an amazing heritage. You care about design so much, and I come from design myself, and I knew who you were. So I was really, really excited. Before we start talking a little bit more about design principles, luxury, I have a first question. That I always ask to everybody that comes that is invited to our podcast is, when was the first time that you heard the word mycelium?
Actually, I had the chance to live in the US for more than 11 years. And that's something that was around for quite a few years, I would say, for me. Heard about, in this industry, different solutions. The mycelium part, it's not like it was something very evident for the industry, but something that I've heard probably a few years ago, during different meetings or shows. I can't exactly remember, but it was not totally strange to me.
It is a word that when you hear it, it gets into that cloud of words that you remember, right? It's it's hard to forget.
That's right.
Mycelium.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially for furniture.
Yeah, totally. The sky's the limit with furniture because mycelium and the things that you can do with mycelium is solid and also soft materials. So I can imagine that when you heard the word and the possibilities of it, you were inspired by it. But can you tell me more about what was the motivation from Ligne Roset to partner with MycoWorks? What do you look for to see?
I would say the motivation is quite simple. There is a fact that we have to change the way we consume, and if we want this world to stay like it is today or try to be better. So definitely the consumption in general has to change, and we as Ligne Roset editor and manufacturer, we have to offer a better way for that and a better solution. And for that reason, I think we have to put ourselves into new research and development in terms of materials. We have always been on the forefront on a different time of the last century and this century regarding research and development. And when for the first time MycoWorks came to me and to start the discussion, I was like, okay, this is really something that can change our furniture world, and that can be a very different approach. And I said, yes, let's go. Let's start the story. Let's start the journey together.
Yeah, well, it means a lot because coming from a company that has so much heritage, that you care about the manufacturing of every single object that you create, that you saw the materials like, whoa, this is something that we want to try. It means a lot to us, to be honest. Thank you for trusting Reishi. Like it's crazy coming from a company with your heritage, to be honest. So can you tell me a little bit more about, because again, like going back to the time that you've been in the industry, your expertise, what is the role of new materials in general? Like, how do you see new materials changing the landscape of your industry?
If we go back to the pure definition of design, which is to make a daily object nicer and better, that's where everything comes together. Our approach on materials is to make better design. So the materials has to help us in a way to better design pieces. It could be any kind of pieces. It could be a chair, it could be a sofa, it could be a desk, it could be a bed, anything that we produce. And the materials for us is one of the key components on the production. If we stay always with the same materials, we'll say that we didn't push enough the envelope of the development to find new solutions. And on that part, I've seen, since I'm working in this company, I've seen many materials that have changed, evolved, and allowed us to create really unbelievable pieces in terms of comfort, in terms of durability, in terms of design. And that's where the material is really, it's an envelope for us. So the envelope has to be the nicest as possible and also to fit the best our product.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a world of possibilities right now, right? Like that you getting new ingredients for being more creative, but also being more in tune with or making the products a little bit better if possible. So from your perspective as a designer, what is the connection between innovation design and sustainability? Because I've personally seen like a lot of people just using sustainability as the greenwashing term. As a company like yourself and the things that you're doing, like where do you see that triangle, like that innovation, design, sustainability in the future?
I see it as not as a designer, but more than a businessman, because I'm not a designer and I'm running a business. But I see it on myself for our company like a key component. Sustainability, as I mentioned, is key for us for the future. The consumption has to change, and we have to be greener, more sustainable in our approach to produce. So having more and more sustainable materials is important. There is already a lot of natural materials that are sustainable. If we take the wool, for example, the wool is sustainable, but how you produce the wool, it's how our supplier will produce the wool. That's key to us to make it more sustainable. If we come back to sustainability and the future of our production, I think one word is very important for us in general, and that's what we as lead our brand through decades and centuries. It's durability. The durability of the materials of the products is the first sustainability, I would say, a point in general. If you produce something that is not able to stay for a long time, that's not good. I mean, we have to stop thinking about the short-term use of our products. At Ligne Roset, we are lucky because obviously we are doing high-end products with a long-term durability. Our product can last 20, 30 years. We even have like some of our products for more than 40 years. And that's key to me. That's real sustainability. It's how we see the use of the product and the durability of the product. It is important to have like all the components, so the materials too, like MycoWorks, also durable for the customer. The more we will be able to build durable things, the better it will be for the planet.
Yeah, so amazing when you're all proposing new products. They're made to last, designed to last. So that's how you see sustainability, like something that you can pass it through generations.
Sometimes people are confused between when I say that, you think that people should consume less. I'm not saying that people should consume less, but I think people should consume better.
Yeah.
And if you buy a sofa and you can pass it, sell it, trade it, whatever you want, 10 years later, because you want to change, and it's your right to change. Okay, this is fine with us. But if you can change, give it or trade it to someone else, and this sofa can still have 10 years or 15 years or 20 years of lifetime, it's even better, because this means that a new life will start for this product, and maybe a third life also. And by having like many lives on many different homes or places, the product in itself is become sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah, but I see also the role of design here, because if you don't create iconic products, like if you create a design that is very fast fashion, right? Like I'm using another industry, but fast fashion is consumed quickly because it's made to be relevant today. But like you creating iconic objects that can last, not only because of the materials, but also because of the design, right? Like that mindset, it's something that you've been working on Ligne Roset for a while.
You're right, meaning that the design itself, if we talk about the shape, the creative aspect of it, the design itself is important. Obviously, a nice object that fits your eyes properly and fits your home properly is also something very important. You're right saying this, and it's important to highlight. That's what we always try to do. It's also our role to try to push the boundaries on that part and try to have like a new object in terms of vision. And that's where a brand like us, with an eclectic collection like the one we have, is doing its job. So always pushing with a designer, always pushing the envelope forward in terms of design with new materials. And that's where we are always looking for new solutions. And that's where MycoWorks will have a very important part in our collection in the future.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. How's it been so far to work and to experience Reishi in your hands? What do you feel when you see it?
I mean, I've seen the progress of the material for the last 12 months, being able to touch it for more than 12 months now, or almost 12 months. At the early beginning, the first side I received was kind of funny. I was like touching something. I was saying, okay, that's it's a new feel. It's a new feel. It's something we are not used to this. You can be used of a fabric. You can be used touching glass. You can be used touching metal, fabrics, leather, things like that. But it was like mycelium.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about mycelium. So I was like, I eat mushrooms. I don't touch them normally. So that's it was new. So I think for the brain, the hand, the touch, the feeling, for our behavior, for the body to understand it, it takes some time. And from the first side I received to the one the last one you developed for our cushion collection that we developed together, it has been a huge change. I mean, the quality of the materials, it's way better, and I would say that you're getting close to something that is super refined in terms of pure design, in terms of feeling, and which is great.
You know what's interesting to me about what you're saying, Antoine, is that you touch many materials, and this one was different. And it's interesting to me because we've been trying to explain that this is a new category of materials. It's different. Like, yes, it looks like it might perform like for some folks might be like almost the same, but it's different, and it's a new category that can be that has a lot of room to grow. And it's good to hear you from your expertise and touching things and then say like, yeah, it's a different thing. I never touched it before.
It's totally different. It's you can compare it to other materials. You can always try to say, Reishi can be the new leather or whatsoever, but it has nothing to do with leather. And the touch, the feeling of it, and knowing it's very interesting. And that's where a new material has a new room. It's a new room, a new place, as you say, in the range of materials. And that's super exciting, I think, because that means that there is a lot of things to do with that.
Yeah. There's one question, like, since you've been in the industry for a while and you know luxury very well, what does luxury mean to you? What makes something luxurious?
Luxury can have many different definitions. Yeah. I've been lucky enough to work on for a luxury group, a big luxury group, and a nice luxury brand. And I think one thing that for me, because the luxury can have different approaches, but one thing that defines luxury is first the quality, the handcraft, and the quality of the product. And second could be the fact that the product, in a way, is rare, is difficult to obtain. And that's where luxury is happening, meaning that it's not a matter of money, because I don't like the definition of luxury with the money aspect of it. This is bringing it to business only, but the luxury has the component of not being knowledgeable for everyone. So not everyone will understand the product perfectly to its value. That's for me luxury, meaning that when you have like a material or an object that is perfectly made, but it takes months to do. It takes the best material, the best craftsmanship to do it. Okay, the value becomes also expensive. That's luxury because you need to be able to explain to the person who's gonna possess this object what was behind it, and that's where luxury is really getting into consideration. Us at Ligne Roset, we try to reach or getting closer to the luxury market, but without this rarity aspect. We prefer to define ourselves on a very high-end premium brand than luxuries, because luxury is really like
untouchable.
For very few people.
Yeah, it's excellence in every single touch point, and the ability to tell that story. You know, that's what I was like thinking when you were talking, Antoine. Like, okay, so it's like it's well made, but also is the story behind it. It's like
luxury. I think it's something we can see on the luxurious market that the brand and the different group try to always bring something that is either was something that decades ago we were doing the best way and bringing it back because the craftsmanship is so important and it was so well made that it's too bad to forget about it, or to have like something that is newly made with a new way to do it, but where the excellence is really important.
So I have a question around the time that it takes to create an object for Ligne Roset. Let's say a couch. How long does it take from concept to being able to purchase that couch?
It depends on the product to start. So if you take a sofa and you normally the development R&D is between 1 to 3 years. Okay,
yeah.
That's the R&D to get through all the different aspects of it, the prototyping and everything. From that, after that, you have to go to production. You can count 6 to 12 months. So you can go 1 year to the fastest can be about 2 years to be on the market.
Wow.
And the longest can be 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. It's just like I like that question, Antoine, because sometimes folks and people in general, maybe someone that is listening, forgets how long things take in general. And even like something as present in our life, like a sofa or a chair, like things that are well crafted, well made, takes time. And I like to recognize that because that's why I ask it, because I didn't know. And now I know that, like that sofa might be 2 or 4 years in the making. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of time.
And that's the big problematic of our time. It's we want everything right now. And I think we have to culture a little bit people, teach people that things are taking longer than just like a swipe of a credit card. When you approach an high-end premium product that will last for 20, 30, 40 years, you're not in a matter of months. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to wait a little bit to get the product. Not saying that the idea is to have everyone waiting for the product, but it's part of the process, and that's through the approach of waiting by understanding the product is something that we are losing a little bit.
Yeah, we having a similar but challenge here at MycoWorks, trying to like educate people how long it takes to launch a new material. You know,
yeah.
Everybody thinks like it should be like a second.
So you will have to grow the materials, yeah. So that's true. It will take time, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy to say. Like, hey, it takes time. Like, give us some time. So I'm really curious about a little bit more like a question around the industry. And I know there is a big event happening soon in Milan, like the Salone de Mobile. Are you going to be in that salon?
Yes, we were for many decades part of Salone, the Milan show, the furniture Milan show, and we left during the financial crisis. I think we left in 2014 because it was our third show during the year, and we said that maybe this one was maybe the one that we can skip for a time, but saying that we'll come back and. You're lucky because the big comeback is this year. So we'll be back with a very special high-end exhibit. So not really like an exhibition of new products only, but certain reeditions and new products, and but particularly a very nice showcasing on Via Durini, which will start on the 17th, I think, the 17th of April.
Wow, really, really excited for you all. Is it like new materials that you're trying, or is it like a completely new design? Or
we are bringing new materials, new finishes, new materials, because every year we try to bring new fabrics, new components. And mainly this year we're gonna introduce some re-edition of timeless pieces that have been created in the 70s. So there will be a big edition on that part. A brand new table made of Carrara marble, a beautiful table.
Wow.
And other pieces of furniture, some new pieces from Pierre Paulin. So really like some exciting pieces that will be added to our collection. Hopefully will remain part of our collection for a certain time.
Well, good luck with your big comeback this year. I hope that I can visit the Salone and see and witness it with my own eyes. That will be amazing. Yeah. So I think that we reach the time that we have, and I wanted to talk to you for hours, but normally we end up our podcast with a question that you almost answer, but I want to make sure that I give you the proper question and you can answer it again if it's okay with you. But we normally finish with the question: what does sustainability mean to you?
Sustainability means the future. If we want to continue to have a certain decent life together, we all have to be careful on how we consume, and sustainability is a part of the new consumption. I know that some people can have different opinions, and slowly but surely things grow. We see how things are changing, the climate change, and all the different the summer that are super hot, the winter that are not cold at all, and things like that. So there is a change that are coming, and sustainability is really a part of it. Company like ours has to be part of this future, and using more and more sustainable products and being more and more sustainable in the way we produce.
Yeah, like I like asking the question, Antoine, because nobody has the same answer. So that's it's really interesting, and I love what you were saying about changing consumers' minds. You know, it's not about like the quantity that you purchase; it's the quality that you purchase. And I think your company is doing a great job on that, especially with all your heritage and the love that you put in every single object that you create. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate the conversation, Antoine.
It's really my pleasure, and I wish you a beautiful evening.
Thank you.
End of the day.
Yeah, thank you. You too. A bientôt.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Take care.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to this episode. We hope you enjoyed it as much as I did hosting it. We are thrilled to have you with us in our journey. So, if you want to learn more, please follow our Instagram page at MycoWorks for our latest news and more. This episode is being produced by Maddie Nathans, sound editing by Carney Ballardo, content editing by Chantal Otto.